What we do here is go back, 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 back.
Hey guys, and welcome back. Well, this first story that we're going to do today is very, very disturbing. Before I go any further, we do have a studio guest today, and it is Jake. Hello, Jake. Tell everybody hello. And it's not Jake from State Farm. All right. Ran across this article, and I was just appalled, and I know you will be too. But it's about a white college student who poisoned her black roommate, and she will not be charged with a hate crime. Now, the white Connecticut University student accused of smearing her body fluids on her black roommate's belongings won't be charged with a hate crime, even though police initially labeled it one. Now, according to Fox 6 News, Brianna Brochu, 18, pled not guilty to charges of criminal mischief and breach of peace. The former University of Hartford student asked for a trial by jury against the charges brought against her for allegedly soiling her personal items with moldy food and other fluids. Now, in October, Brochu admitted in an Instagram post that she rubbed her dirty tampon on her black roommate's backpack. And her roommate is named Chanel Jazzy. And she said that she put her roommate's toothbrush where the sun doesn't shine. Gross. Isn't this awful? Now, finally did it to your girl. Got rid of her roommate after 1.5 months of spitting in her coconut oil, putting moldy clam dip in her lotions, putting her toothbrush places where the sun doesn't shine, and so much more. I can finally say goodbye, Jamaican Barbie, one of the posts read. Now, the representative of the state's NAACP and other activists protested again in front of the courthouse on Monday. We are very, very disappointed with the prosecutor not pressing this case hard enough. Now, this was from NAACP President Scott Esdale said. Now, they are not making this an urgent matter from where we sit. Now, Brochu's lawyer insists that his client's actions were not racially motivated. Well, this is just, this is so disturbing on so many levels. Don't you agree, Jake?
Yes.
Well, what do you think about it? I mean, do you think she should have been charged with something more than this? Or, I mean, well, let's put it from your point of view. Do you think this was racially motivated?
Well, with a hate crime doesn't necessarily have to be racial. Hate crime is something when you put forth a hateful and intent to harm on another person by just for being not necessarily your race. It could be religion. It could be a girl. It could be a boy. So this is a crime of hate because of the passion and the motives that they have on it.
Okay.
Clearly a sign of hate.
Okay.
I mean, you've seen in other, situations where, kids get bullied because they're Muslim and they call that hate crime because of their religion. And this where you have someone they got the evidence of these different things being done to them. There's no way that you can't say that that's not a hate crime or that's something of hate because that's malicious. You have the intent to harm. I mean, putting stuff in their food and toothbrushes in their butt.
Awful,
It's
awful.
disgusting.
It is
So,
very disgusting.
the fact that it just goes back to what they feel about you is, and, if they see a white girl here who they automatically get that, well, it's sad, but it's not as bad. She made a mistake, but she can learn from it. And that's just the cultural that we live in where you see if that was a white girl, they may have been more of a uproar for it because,
Black.
they got two white girls going up against it. And, the other white side will be like, okay, well, this could be my daughter. What if my daughter had this done? And that's what a lot of time we get in the judicial system is they can't see that this being their own.
Right.
One of the, going back to the killing, the movie with Samuel Jackson. Remember when he got the jury, they couldn't see him when they looked in their eyes. He told the jury to close their eyes and imagine a girl getting sodomized. And then he said, imagine she was white. And that's when they opened their eyes and were crying because at that moment, it wasn't necessarily a color thing, but they said, what if this was my daughter who got this done to him? And that's how it has to be gone. That's why justice is so fake because they can't see that other individual who's going through this tournament as theirs because it's not there.
Yeah. Justice is not equal.
It's not. It's not equal, and that's a clear case of bullying and harassment that you shouldn't be able to get.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have to get that in your place where you live or call your sanctitude.
Right.
In that instance. So
yeah.
That for that to happen, for that to be bullying, and then for no charges to be filed and everything dropped, that there's no way that should be allowed.
That's clearly not justice.
No.
But if it would have been the other way around, if the black girl would have done the white girl like that, I know that there would be a different outcome.
Yes, if it was the other way around, you would have an uproar and putting her up under the jail, just like the instance that we had, just recently when the young white male had made the video that went viral about being bullied and tormented and tortured, and it hit nerves, and I mean everybody reached out to him, celebrities, hosts, everything. And when, it came to find out that, the parents were just after money. And they were asking, what can we do? Can we invite him to the game? And she was like, you can send money.
Exactly.
But it was the fact that, he's a white male. And to not offend anybody, but it pulled on people's strings. There's been a lot of, people, kids of color or kids of different religions who said they're going through things. It was one, that, girl who was of color, who had a mole over her mouth. It was a big a disfiguration on her lip. And but she said, I'm gonna fight this. I'm not gonna let nobody tell me I'm not beautiful. I'm beautiful. And even though she was crying, she said I had to recompose myself in my second video. But you didn't see it getting reached out. You didn't see CNN broadcasting this. You didn't see the flood that you saw with this other kid who was talking about, tormenting the exact same thing.
Exactly.
In the exact same way.
Exactly.
The only difference was one was a white male and one was a black female. And so you see that it is a difference whether, it's talked about or not. It's a difference.
Right.
And so you guarantee you that the roles were reversed on this. You wouldn't have to worry about if any charge is going to be brought. It's how much charges are going to be brought and how long would they sentence her for.
Exactly.
It would be a totally different conversation.
Yes. Well, that wraps it up for us. I mean, I agree with Jake, and it's so sad that we have to go through things like this, but justice is really not justice for us. But I guess this too shall pass. But I really want to thank you so much, Jake, for coming in and adding your, and he's also a third year law student. So we really appreciate his outlook about this case. And I thank you, my audience, for watching my video. I hope you will like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, be blessed, y'all. Bye.
What we do here is go back, 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 back.